Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the quarterfinals of the SEA League. That's right, by the time today is done, we will be down to our final four teams. We started in the group stages. If you missed those, you can check out all the replays with the Dota TV ticket, only $4. Also includes the qualifiers, but more importantly, if you missed it, you can also watch the VODs on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/BeyondTheSummit.tv. But Winter, we are here, and it's time for quarterfinal number one. Quickly, we will take a look at the brackets. This particular... Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. This particular matchup is going to be Neolution's Esport International with 3 Singaporean players, 2 Filipinos. There, I got it right this time. I didn't confuse them with the other Neolutions, playing against none other than Mineski HyperX with the might of their 400,000 Facebook followers and fans behind them, but those followers can't play the game. This one, of course, comes down to skill
10 seconds
and
remaining.
drafting. I'm LD, and I'm joined here by Winter. And Winter, how you doing?
5 seconds remaining.
Winter, don't forget your microphone.
Reserve time.
Winter.
Radiant team.
Oh boy. All right, well, looks like... let's see what's going on here. So, pretty standard bans so far. It will be Mineski with the first pick, so unsurprisingly, we see Neolution banning out the bat. Most likely the Knicks will get banned out as well. And what I'm really curious for is what Mineski's going to angle for with that first pick. We've seen quite a few first pick Queen of Pains from them. We also saw that from Pacific Emax. Both of those teams really like the Queen of Pain, those strong semi-carries. We've seen the Bimboker, or the Bimbo Invoker. He is Manga Gataz in this game, but it's Jay. Hi, Winter. How you doing?
Reserve time.
Hello. Nice to be here today.
So I'm so used to you forgetting to turn your mic on. I was like, Winter, hello. And I realized I forgot to call you on Skype. Interesting enough, Mineski has first pick, and they're the ones banning the Knicks Assassin. Very unusual.
They might have a plan with something else, because usually the one who is in the second pick, you have to ban the Knicks Assassin.
I wonder what that plan is. There is, a lot of teams like Darkseer as a first pick, assuming the Knicks is banned anyway. I wonder what Mineski would go for. I was thinking... They do like their Queen of Pain a lot. Them and Pacific Esports are big fans of the first pick Queen of Pain. So maybe that's something they have in mind. Even the
could be the Darkseer.
Oh,
could be the Darkseer, like you mentioned.
Neolution bans the Queen of Pain. I think they were suspecting Mineski had something different planned, and the Darkseer is still in the pool.
Knicks Assassin is very, very deadly to the Queen of Pain. The mana burn hurts her so much, and she's very prone to get picked off by the Knicks Assassin because Queen of Pain will be split pushing alone most of the time, and Knicks Assassin is the hero that can catch her off guard.
Thank you very much, LB, for that little insight. I'm just noticing someone in the chat's calling us LD and LB, and I like it. Mineski, the early keeper of the light. Now, I actually think with Mineski, this may just be because they want to run that offensive tri-lane. They love to do offensive tri-lanes. And a lot of teams, when they pick Keeper, they don't know what they're going to do with it. They have, they can turtle, they can go for the PL. Like, for example, who was it yesterday? The one team that just loves to... QMX was... Not QMX. Oh, it's escaping me. But there's one team in this tournament that would always go for the Keeper PL combo if they got the chance. And with Mineski, I don't think that's the case.
I think it's Neolution Thailand. Yeah,
Neolution Thailand, you're right. And with Mineski, I don't think it's the case. I think they just want the Keeper for an offensive tri-lane, but we'll see. Now they're going to have a harder time doing it because the Lifesteal and Shadow Demon picked up by Neolution.Int. Very smart response.
But you never know. Sometimes the teams will still do it regardless whether the opponent has a Shadow Demon to take care of your Phantom Lancer, but for Mineski, I think I haven't seen them use the Phantom Lancer before. Keeper could just be a hero that will help them defend the lanes and outmaneuver their opponents with the recall.
Apparently, I am being told that Bimbo's nickname here means Milkman, so I guess he's here to deliver all that calcium to Neolution. Whether they like it or not, he's going to stuff it down their throats, and they do go for the PL. Neolution has the Shadow Demon, but still, PL versus Lifestealer, well... we sort of think the Phantom Lancer has the edge if executed properly, but it does seem like every time there's any Filipinos in the game, the team with the Lifestealer is just dominating Winter. Will the streak continue here today? We'll see.
If they decide to run the Lifestealer, I don't know, because the games we've seen the Lifestealer all having so much kills, they're all aggressive tri-lanes against the Phantom Lancer. or any other carry. But the thing is, Keeper of the Light, like you mentioned, is on Mineski's side right now. So Keeper of the Light plus any tri-lane instantly makes that a strong tri-lane.
At the same time, any sort of positional mistakes, which there shouldn't
10
be when you're a
seconds
keeper because you
remaining.
can just be so far back. But if he gets caught, he's definitely dying if
5
Neolution decides
seconds
to go aggressive
remaining.
with Shadow Demon Lifestealer +1. So for them, they would like to get their hands on, say, the Lina, the Leshrac, if they do want an offensive tri-lane.
Beamboker. Beamboker.
Bimboker. Oh, baby. I would like to see at least if there's ever like a a Tagalog version of Dota 2, there should be a flavor name for Invoker as the Bimboker. Valve, I hope you're listening. We'll see. For Neolution, I assume they'll probably go for that solo mid right now, but they would also like a combo hero for the Shadow Demon Lifesteal, I feel.
It's either
10 seconds
Lina or
remaining.
Leshrac. It's always been Lina or Leshrac if you want to have the more aggressive
5 seconds
combo
remaining.
combination. Lina would be the one that has more burst damage with the
Reserve
Laguna and more early power. Leshrac is for mid game or destroying down towers with the Edict.
This is so weird to see Mineski going for Keeper of the Light Phantom Lancer. They don't really pick this type of hero very often. Now, I'm also curious how they're going to lane it, because they have an Invoker who, generally, Mineski, when they pick the Invoker, they'll send Bimbo on him to the safe lane, and they'll run an offensive tri-lane. They could do that with Keeper Phantom Lancer. It's not bad, but you'd also like for that Phantom Lancer to get free farm. And Neolution is going to pick up the jungle Enigma here.
Hmm. You know, they ran it solo mid yesterday.
Oh. Would they do it
So
again?
I wouldn't count on a jungling Enigma.
Well, actually, that might make sense also, because if you're up against Mineski, you have to expect an offensive tri-lane, and then if you're running a jungle Enigma, it does weaken your lane quite a bit and make you vulnerable at that like 0 to 4 or 5 minute mark to them pushing the tower, diving your Shadow Demon. So in that sense, maybe it does make sense to send a mid, but the Enigma mid can easily be... Well, he can be ganked. We did see a ganky Keeper of the Light the other day. I doubt we'll see it for Mineski, but you never know.
You know, LD, this thing suddenly flashed through my mind. Last time there was a team that when it was so popular to have Invoker solo mid because Invoker was just very good at that point. There was one team that ran Enigma plus Lich
10
solo mid
seconds remaining.
specifically for the Invoker, and there was no creeps for him.
Well, will the
5
Invoker be mid,
seconds
though?
remaining.
He could very likely be going to that safe lane. They tend to give that to Bimbo, I think, when he's... We saw it the other day. The Puck actually getting banned now.
Radiant
So they want to
team
ban out the
down.
team fight controllers. It's also a very annoying hero for Enigma because he has two ways to initiate on him and forces you pretty much to get a BKB, when maybe you'd rather go for the Mechanism or the Blink Dagger. So I like this Puck ban.
It's also annoying for the Lifestealer to kill her because Lifestealer doesn't have any form of lockdown before he has the Basher, and Puck can just wave Orb away and phase shift. Lifestealer can't do anything to him. And when you mentioned that Mineski hasn't picked you're unsure about the Phantom Lancer for them. Actually, I think Phantom Lancer is a hero that suits their style because it's a split pushing hero. You farm everywhere on the map. Mineski is the type of team that likes to do that. We've seen from yesterday, they placed 2 heroes at top, 1 hero middle, 2 heroes at bottom. You can see them all in the lane, but what are you gonna do about it? They're just farming everywhere.
They're worried about the 5-man of Neolution. They're banning out a really strong 5-man support in the Shadow Priest, or the Dazzle, as well as the Lone Druid, who could be the off-lane. And I think those are both... Well, if you want to split push, then you got to get to the point in the
10
game where your
seconds
carries can
remaining.
push fast enough and are strong enough that they can't easily be killed and that you're not forced
5
to lose tier
seconds
2s and tier
remaining.
3s. So banning out this Lone Druid, it will give them more time for the split push to get rolling.
Yeah, and
Radiant
the
team
combination
down.
of Dazzle plus Shadow Demon. Probably they're worried about that as well.
And
The burst
Neolution,
damage.
it looks like they do want to force a lot of fights. They ban out the Sand King. Mineski, the pool of heroes that they can use to clash is... Well, they have a good stalling lineup already with the Invoker, and it's almost always Quasflex with Bimbo. Of course, Keeper of the Light. They have a good stalling lineup, but they don't have any real stuns yet, aside from, I guess, Tornado and Cold Snap, but that's not really a great stun, especially against Lifestealer, of course, who has that rage anyway, and Enigma, who could go for an early BKB, so I'd like to see Mineski get something that has a disable, but if you're going to split push, there aren't many heroes that can do that who are left.
You know, I know what they're gonna pick up, LD.
What?
the Earthshaker, Keeper of the Light, Phantom Lancer, Trilane, and Bimboko on the safe lane, and one more mid hero for Owa. That's more
And
likely going to happen.
they do have actually once again they have Mr. Swish standing
10
in for them
seconds
this
remaining.
game. So
Mm, Yeah, I think yesterday he
5
played. He was
seconds
when they ran the
remaining.
combination was Mr. Swish playing on the Earthshaker and Woods on the Keeper of the Light.
we'll probably see that again then. Woods
Oh
will.
no,
Oh, smart.
Neolution.
Neolution is really showing that they've played a lot against Mineski. They know how they like to draft. Mineski is going to go for Darkseer though, and this is a great turtling hero, and also very strong
What
against
happened to
Lifestealer.
this hero? He went through all the big face and band face.
I wonder what Mineski's going to do with this. I'm very curious to see how they lane this. We normally would
I
think offensive tri-lane. I would say even maybe a solo mid Darkseer and a safe lane
10
Invoker, but
seconds remaining.
it remains to be seen what Neolution's going to do.
It could be an Invoker mid and a
5
Darkseer on the
seconds
safe
remaining.
lane. But if they decide to put the Darkseer up against the Enigma, I wouldn't like his chances because he can just convert the creep you're iron shelling to his Eidolons. Or unless if you're always iron shelling yourself to run into the lane, he will just harass you so much with his Eidolons and his hero.
That's true. Is the alternative better though? Because Invoker is very level dependent, and Darkseer can at least push the lane and then try to go farm the
Yeah.
small camp. So he'd get a little more.
Like what I mentioned yesterday, where who was it that picked Darkseer against Puck and lost
10 seconds
the lane
remaining.
against Orange, and he was constantly controlling the creeps, and Darkseer was
5
getting
seconds
bullied so much in the lane because of that.
Yeah, oh Naga.
Oh.
Okay, this is
Dire team
a
pick.
very strong tri-lane hero.
You know, LD, it could be an Exalt Invoker because there's a Naga Siren.
Oh yeah, and they have great setup with the net. They've got tons of burst damage with the Illuminate. It's a little
Wait.
gimmicky though.
LD could be a Naga Siren support. I've seen Pinoy teams run this before.
Oh yeah. I scrimmed with some Pinoys, and I was playing a Riki, and there was a Naga
10
supporting me in the
seconds
lane.
remaining.
It was fun. I got very fed.
Illusions galore.
5
Phantom
seconds
Lancer and
remaining.
Naga Siren, Darkseer on the same team. This is the real galore of
and
Illusion.
Neolution is very lacking on AoE. They only have Ice Blast and Shadow Poison, and Shadow Poison doesn't do much once the game gets past like the 20-minute mark. On Neolution, normally when you're up against illusions, you want a lot of AoE just to kill them off quickly.
Or even cleave damage. They
What?
don't really have anything.
Will they
now.
go for something like I don't know, a Wisp maybe? Just something very weird. They do
The
have
thing
the
is
Ancient Apparition.
they have two supports already, so it's probably a solo hero. Enigma would definitely be either the off lane now or the mid lane. It depends on what's the last pickup. Then we'll know where the Enigma is heading to.
Well, once upon a time, Navi did run Wisp solo mid with Dendi playing it, but that was not a serious game. Yeah, I don't think we'll see that, but they need someone who can benefit a lot from farm and
5
someone who can
seconds remaining.
clear illusions quickly. And who's that gonna be? Oh, Storm.
Storm Spirit.
So,
Over here.
Oh, we're gonna see those storm bombs. Lifestealer's gonna
Storm
infest
bomb.
him and then pop out, and it's going to be very unpleasant for whoever he catches.
LD, you know the lanes? It's going to be a Lifestealer off lane, I think. I've seen a lot of teams been doing this since Zenith sort of introduced the Ice Lifestealer off lane.
What are they? I guess they're expecting the offensive tri-lane, and they just want him 1v1 versus the
Because
Invoker or the Darkseer.
Blah is the mid player, and he's on the Enigma again like yesterday. And Boogie is usually the safe lane carry. So, from the players' distribution of heroes, I could see a Storm Shadow Demon and Ancient Apparition tri-lane, Enigma middle, and Lifestealer on the off lane.
Well, I guess they're anticipating it's going to be a solo Darkseer or Invoker in the safe lane, and Mineski's going to offensive tri-lane. And if that's the case, Lifestealer does quite well against those heroes. Invoker can't really harass him early.
It's not a Bimboker. Bimbo is
Wait.
using Phantom Lancer.
No, this must be a mistake. Mr. Swish is playing the Invoker. He's going to be looking for some slam dunks this game. Let's see what he goes for. Will it be Exhort?
And Woods is playing the Naga Siren, so it's mostly a support Naga Siren. Most likely.
So it's actually going to be Bimbo on the Phantom Lancer. It's such a signature hero for him. This would be like Navi picking Invoker and Dendi doesn't play it. You know, it's just or IG picking it and Ferrari's not playing it. It's just the player that always plays the hero. And especially with Invoker, where it's not an interchangeable hero the way that Windrunner is, for example. Hi Mewtwo. Yeah, I scrim with Mewtwo. And I was they were support Naga for me, and I was a Riki in a tri-lane. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
But it could be due to the fact that they are having a stand-in, and their usual player is sort of a carry player, and Mr. Strange doesn't play something like a Phantom Lancer, and they are forced to rotate their roles around.
I would say I would think most players could play a decent Phantom Lancer. I'd say he's fairly manageable as far as carries go. Well, either way, Winter, let's quickly introduce the players. On the side of Mineski, we have Geo on the Keeper of the Light, Oa on the Darkseer, Mr. Swish the stand-in on the Invoker, formerly did play for Mineski, Woots on the Naga Siren. His Earthshaker got banned out, and last but not least, it is Bimbo or Jay or Milkman on the Phantom Lancer.
And for the Singaporean Pinoy combination team, we have Blah on the Enigma, Lei on the Lifestealer, Fox on the Shadow Demon, Boogie, his Pinoy teammate on the Storm Spirit, and last is the Ancient Apparition. Who's the last player? Wait, let me think. Oh, yeah, I can't remember his name.
Hachiko.
Ah, yeah, Hachiko.
And apparently he's from Japan, even though he's in Singapore.
Are you serious?
Well, that's what he's saying with his tag here. He's saying .Japan.
And Blah is .IND Indonesia when he's Singaporean.
I think they're masquerading falsely. Someone should report them to the authorities. Get them in trouble.
You know, LD, he has a drop bar profile picture, and he's from Singapore, and he's having .Indonesia. You could tell he's trolling.
Well, troll away. Troll your hearts out, Neolution, that's what I say. Winter, coming into this match, I would say I feel Neolution looked a little bit more solid as a team, just in terms of their overall play. I still felt like Mineski, they had a great game in the one game that we cast of them. Not the game versus Zenith where Chuan was standing in and we saw some big whiffs. Woods missing a lot of stuns on the Sand King, some really questionable team decision making. Neolution, when we saw them play, they seemed like the more solid, stable team who's more experienced playing together in Dota 2.
Yeah, but I think Mineski's team has been far longer playing Dota 2 than Neolution. Neolution.Int has been formed just lately, a few months back. I think it's only 2 months or maybe 1 month plus. And you know what, LD? I think it's gonna be an Exalt Invoker. That's the only reason I see why Jay is not playing it.
How can you tell? He hasn't picked a skill yet.
Because Jay is not playing it.
Oh, come on. There's no way he's never played an Exort Invoker. Well, I know we all know he prefers Wex, but really now.
Come on, Invoker. I'm looking at the Invoker now. The Fire Ops coming out. I'm waiting.
Let's see.
Ah, it's the Fire Ops. It's Exort. I see the intelligence gain.
It should be Exort. And he's gone for 2 sets of tangos as well, which normally you need more regen when you're not going for the Quas Wex build. No early blades of attack. All right, Winter, we are ready to get underway. In the left side, we have Mineski, and on the right side, we have Neolution International, who is going to be offensive tri-laning against a Darkseer. Now, normally...
Boogie's not going to be happy at the top lane.
This is a pretty powerful lane against Darkseer, because they do have Disruption, and you can use that to set up Cold Feet. And at the same time, though, he's in the safe lane, so he can just look to do some pulling, put Ion Shells on the creeps, and farm the neutrals. And Neolution can't really push that well, nor can they steal neutrals that effectively, because they don't have much AoE, so I'm not sure this offensive tri-lane is going to be as effective as they hope.
But I like the idea of it, because I mentioned before yesterday, when you're up against the Phantom Lancer, you can't just let the Phantom Lancer farm. You have to put pressure on his lane. And they were expecting a safe lane, tri-lane from Mineski. That's why they were running the aggressive tri-lane at the bottom. I'm pretty sure once they noticed that it's only the Darkseer down here, they would rotate the Shadow Demon and Ancient Apparition out of play.
They may look to go head towards mid and gank this Invoker. Once Enigma hits level 2 or 3, he could.
They saw him, they saw the Darkseer at bottom lane. They could rotate right now, or just try to kill him. They could kill him with this 3 combination. Oh, he's gonna be in trouble.
Skill yet,
he's gonna be in trouble.
He hasn't taken a skill yet. He could surge. He's got to react quickly. Nope, the Cold Feet is gonna latch now. Uh-oh. And they still haven't used Disruption. He is so dead. Now he surges and disrupted.
See you later.
Oh boy.
And he has Surge. He can't farm the neutrals with Surge.
He's a little slow to react there, and they did a nice job of body blocking him. He even let the cold feet go off before he tried to surge.
But I think he's screwed.
Yeah, there's always disruption anyway.
He can't even neutral now if he wants to, and they're rotating as I said. And 3 of the heroes are rotating top lane now.
And Storm is going to solo with a first blood against the Darkseer who doesn't have Iron Shell to the bottom lane, and he's got a double damage rune. So Ninja Bookie, this would normally be a very hard matchup for Storm in the off lane, but given the double damage and given that the Darkseer died, dare I say it, Storm's going to have a good time. Especially because the camp's also warded anyway, and Darkseer doesn't have Sentry Wards, and they're offensive tri-laning, so the Sentry Wards are top.
Nothing is going his way, and the creeps, Storm already denied a lot of the creeps with the double damage, and he doesn't have Iron Shell to deal with it. He's gonna have a hard time in the lane.
He can't push the lane at all. Oh well. Let's see what happens on the other side of the map, the craters.
Wait. It's a Quas Invoker. What the heck? I thought I saw an Exort.
Well, he's taken 1 point. We'll see if he actually goes back for Exort, or if he's going Quaswex. Normally you start with the Exort for last hitting, as well as the early Sunstrike, but you never know. Let's see. Harchico? Uh-oh. No net. With no points at Exort, they really can't go for kills yet. This is a little bit unusual to see that. When you get these items, you get the extra stats, so you're not as squishy. Top lane. Lifesteal's thinking about going in. There is a net. He's a little bit late to throw it out, but he will get it off, and he actually is going to go down. Woods is dead. And on the backside, it's the Phantom Lancer. Illuminate hits very big damage. Harchico's running. Keeper's running. Who will drop first? Harchico still on the way out. That Phantom Lancer has lower base move speed, but he's still just able to clip him.
But I'm surprised that he actually made a little misjudgment there, Jay. He tried to use the Doppel Walk to chase the Ancient Apparition, and it almost cost him the kill. Because after he used his Doppel Walk, he didn't have mana for a second lance.
Well, now he's got a regen rune, so he's got plenty of mana.
That's some luck.
Invoker will be very happy, and he is going Quaswex. He's already taken a point in Wex. It's generally also very difficult against a hero like Enigma to last hit, so you normally want as much plus damage as you can get your hands on. But going for Quaswex, you won't have any.
He's just being such a nuisance to the Enigma. As soon as the Enigma pops his clarity, he just uses a Cold Snap on him.
Yeah, Cold Snap actually does have a very long range for that, just the initial cast.
And for the top lane, I think the Phantom Lancer will have a hard time farming up. Because they just lost the first one kill to them, 2 kills, and they only got 1 rebuttal kill on the Ancient Apparition. He only has 4 last hits right now, and the Lifestealer, even he was late to the lane, he has 9 last hits. They're going on them again.
Going on the Naga again, and this Naga is going to be able to remove the Cold Feet with the Mirror Image. Actually throws the net out on the Lifestealer. Meanwhile, Ancient Apparition is dropping low. Are they actually going to commit to this? Lifestealer, that's a big army of illusions for this early in the game, but it was actually Disruption Illusions mixed up with the PL Zone. And in the end,
and the Naga Siren Mirror Image as well.
Already the army of illusions. Well, we are seeing the weakness of this tri-lane is double melee. Both of them have to be in close, and that's where Lifestealer can do a lot of damage to you. Good thing they have Keeper of the Light, or they would be getting absolutely destroyed instead of only having a lot of trouble.
You have to point out as well, LD, the end snare is actually very annoying for the Lifestealer when he rages.
Yeah, it goes through rage. You can't move, even when you're in rage form. And the other thing is she also has Mirror Image, which is great against Ancient Apparition, because that way the Cold Feet won't actually deal with you. But the one issue is this Naga is very mana dependent, and Keeper of the Light's only level 2, so they can't really spam their spells too much yet. And Phantom Lancer's also going to be wanting a lot of mana.
The Lifestealer.
They're netting the Lifestealer. He's waiting for the swear off. Now he'll rage, and he will be able to get away.
He took a lot of damage there, and I think the Keeper of the Light could actually opt to go for more points in the Chakra first instead of the Illumine. Because of the lane he's in right now, his situation is different from the normal situation where you just want to spam down the enemy with the higher level of Illuminate. But as you mentioned, his situation now is he's having 2 mana dependent heroes on him, and both of them really rely on mana to cast and spam their spells.
He needs to get Arcane Boots. That's the only solution.
Yeah.
Good luck farming them.
Oh dear, the Lifestealer uses the rage to dodge the
Also, Winter, we haven't had much chance to look at this bottom lane, but look at Ninja Boogie. He started with the double damage rune. Darkseer did not take Iron Shot level 1, and the camp's warded, and he doesn't have sentries yet. And look at the result.
Just have to look at the last hit. The last hit counter tells you the story of the lane. 30 to 17 on the Storm Spirit, and Darkseid's 10 to 0.
And now he's trying to jungle, but he really is suffering for it. It shows you that early aggression, finding him with that kill with this Observer Ward.
I think it actually wouldn't have mattered too much if he had skilled Iron Shell. Because that situation, he would have died.
Oh, top lane, Keeper of the Light is going to get picked off. Now Lifesteal's in trouble, but there's no Exhort to punish him. He gets disrupted.
Oh no.
This might cost him his own demise.
I don't think that's the right situation.
Oh, Woots is in trouble. Oh, here they go into Hachiko. The fake Japanese wants a kill. He will get it on the Naga. But how many kills oh, look at Bimbo. 2-0-1. These trades are not the best for Mineski, but Bimbo's getting farm. He's getting a lot of kills. So you got to figure it's not all bad. And in fact, he's the highest net worth.
Yeah, he's not getting too many last hits. According to the graph, he's only has 17 now, as opposed to the Storm Spirit has 38, and the Invoker has 20. Even at mid lane, both of the heroes doesn't have too many last hits. Invoker has 21, Enigma has 17. Both sides focusing on denying. Look at the deny counter. Invoker has 10 denies, and Enigma has actually only 5 more. You kind of expect Enigma to be far more ahead because you can always deny your crits with the Eidolons.
It's one of those things where, well, if I'm not going to get last hits, then you aren't either, is pretty much what they're saying to each other.
They're going to kill the Invoker now. Ancient Apparition rotated in, and there's Black Hole.
They also have Cold Snap. He could invoke Tornado. Let's see how quick he is. He does back up at the right moment. Needs to Cold Snap immediately.
Oh,
he will do so. Yeah, there was the backup from Woods coming in. There is a Tornado available to be summoned. I think if he summons it now, he could find the kill. He needs 1 or 2 more auto attacks. Enigma's actually manning up on this. That might have been a misclick because there was no reason to charge into that. Ancient Apparition in a lot of trouble. The Cold Feet might be enough to get the counter kill with the Eidolon Volley. It is. There will be a Riptide. Needs to use it, but can't because of the disruption. Fox with a timely TP. Naga man's up. Everybody just taking people with them. A bunch of suicide bombers, kamikazes in this game.
Why didn't he run? He could have just run, and the Shadow Demon alone could have taken care of the Naga. Oh boy. Like you said, kamikaze warriors running around.
The Naga does have significantly higher move speed, so I think she actually could have run him down, but might have been able to just get away.
I think he had a good shot on getting away because he was at the tower and he could hide in the fog on the right side of the tower in the trees, and I really don't think the Naga could have reached there because he was already so low. He would have died to at least like 1 or 2 tower shots.
And now that Lei is his phase boots, it gets really hard to kill him. And also Storm, we always have to be worried now if you're Mineski about the Storm TPing in. This hero is exactly, if not worse, than a Beastmaster, where if he TPs in, he can just start setting up kills all over the place. Top lane, they're diving. Where's that TP from Storm? You gotta figure it's coming soon. He's not coming yet. There's the sleep. And if he TPs now, he could easily get at least 1 kill. But just
Volker standing by the side.
Oh, Bimbo's here. They did not see him come up yet. The Cold Snap and the Illusion are making sure that Cold Snap procs quite a bit. Now the Tornado. And Mr. Swish doing what he can. He needs that kill. He will find it. The Storm finally arrives, but it's a hasted Invoker who Ghost Walks and will be able to escape. Now the Spear's coming out, going the other way on the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's out of mana. Does have the Arcane Boots. Has not popped them yet. Woots has already used Song of the Siren. I was actually surprised he's level 6 already, but he will be able to use that mirror image to get out of the Cold Snap. Now they're chasing onto Boogie. And Boogie, one more Lance, might spell his doom. He tries to disjoin it with the ultimate, but not able to do so. Phantom Lance runs him down. More kills for Bimbo. Bimbo on an absolute tear. Invoker trying to run away. Cold Snap is going to be here in just a second. He's got to juke around the trees. He will be able to do so, and Lei's going to die. Mineski with the triple kill on Bimbo, just completely turning this game around. The Storm was so late to come to that fight.
Yeah, he came late, and they were fighting. They were fighting without the Enigma Black Hole as well.
Oh, he's gonna get sniped. Mr. Swish. Hachiko gets some revenge at least.
Revenge is sweet.
Wow, what a crazy start. There was never an armistice, but the action definitely heats up.
You know, LD, I wanted to point out something as well. The Storm Spirit's skill build is maxing his Overload first.
Normally you get 3 points in Electric Vortex, and then you can always guarantee pull them into Static Remnant, then you go back and max Overload. This is a little bit unusual of a skill build.
It's sort of like a Light of Heaven likes to do this as well. He gets like only 1 point in Vortex and Remnant at the start, and level 7 he goes full Overload. because of the buff damage it gives. He just keeps using his ultimate to charge up his overload to hit you in the fights.
Look at this.
But
PL.
I really prefer the Vortex level 3, like you mentioned. It helps your team more.
Especially when you're up against an offensive tri-lane that's been tower diving you all game. Then you really want to go for the build that helps you more in the fights.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, he really should have went a lot earlier to help his teammates there at top.
And he had the TP. I'm not sure if there's a miscommunication. Maybe his team was telling him, oh, we don't need you, keep on pushing. Who knows what was going on behind closed doors, but what we do know is he was late one way or another. And
yeah, I have to say sometimes it's just the calls. Your teammates say, it's alright, we are fine here, we don't need you, you can keep pushing. And people watching, they don't really know what's going on. They just think, oh, why is the storm going so late? He could have been there earlier, but in the meantime, his teammates were just telling him that they didn't need him.
Well, I don't actually think they saw Mr. Swish rotate up there. They did not have a ward towards the top rune, and I don't think anyone saw him go missing. I believe the creep wave was actually pushed a little bit, so it's possible they didn't know he was there, and that's why they thought they'd be okay.
Yeah, it could be right there.
It's all
because
speculation, though.
Yeah, there was no ward there before, so.
Well, let's.
But still, they were fighting at the tower. There was actually a lot of reasons for the storm to teleport down to catch them already, because the sleep was already over.
Yeah, and Neolution is such a good lineup for turning fights around with all of their defensive capabilities. Infest, Rage, Disruption, and Black Hole. These abilities are very powerful to punish tower dives and turn fights around, especially when Storm shows up. Also, Darkseer, while that was happening, he pretty much has completed a mechanism.
Bottom lane.
And this is actually not a bad timing either, especially when you consider
they're taking the
how
tower.
badly the lane started for him. And he's level 8, which is, all things considered, pretty good. Sleep
Because
to start on Lifestealer. They're going to follow up with the Rage. Bottom lane, I think they're about to dive as well. Where's that net? They're waiting for the Rage. They illuminate whiffs. Now the Rage comes out. Miss timing there. He'll just infest, and he'll pop out immediately. He doesn't have an armlet or anything like that. Meanwhile, bottom lane, I was in trouble. I guess they figured he TP'd away. They must have seen he had a TP because they're not even going on him. Lay's already used infest, and he sticks around. It'll probably cost him his life. Lay is going to drop. Bimbo, unstoppable indeed, but I feel Neolution is making this way too easy for him. There's the cold snap. Ancient Apparition throws out an ult. It's a futile effort, though. He will bite the dust. And Fox did not have a TP. Shadow Demon was not there either. It's now being delivered, but the damage is already done.
Yeah, lots of misplays by Neolution. Shadow Demon at first in the lane. All the disruptions. We were questioning his targets of disruption. Why did he use the defensive disruption when he can always disrupt the enemy from chasing his teammate? And now, Lei overstaying his welcome at top after he uses ultimate.
They did pick off the Darkseer, but he's already got his buckler. It did delay his mechanism, so it's a pretty important kill. But I'm not sure it's worth the trade. Giving up the lifesteal is a lot.
LD, I don't like this at all.
What? Inigo's going for a blink?
Bloodstone. First item, Bloodstone on Storm Speed. Oh my god.
This is often common when it's sort of a one position storm. But
I know, but you can't. If you're getting all the farm, you own your lane so much, and you don't come up with something like an Orchid to help your team kill, solo kill. Having a Bloodstone doesn't help you solo kill too much compared to the Orchid. Orchid can be so deadly towards the Phantom Lancer and the Naga Siren.
I think
and even the Invoker.
I think in some games it's a really good build, but in this particular game, look at Mineski's lineup. You don't want to go late game against them. They have a very strong late game team fight. They've got the best hard carry, and also Neolution's lineup is built for mid game killing with the Ancient Apparition ult to snipe heroes and the Lifestealer bomb to set up the kills.
We haven't mentioned the combination of Storm Spirit. When you want to solo kill anyone, you could just wait for the Ice Blast combination and with the Infest Mike's bomb with the Ice Blast to kill. Anyone will be dead with that combination.
Nigma's gonna have a Blink Dagger now. I believe that's what Blah's going for. He's not spent his gold yet.
Yeah, I think he'll be going for a dagger. Yesterday, the first item he went for was also a dagger.
This is gonna... Oh, here comes a little bit of an initiation. Invoker is hasted once again. The Buckler has been used by somebody. Oh, by the Darkseer. And here comes the Naga Illusions. They want to draw the creep wave away so they can push this tower a bit easier. But Lifestealer's already removed most of them. They still have a catapult. The tower's going to drop soon. You got to figure Storm's going to come to this fight. He doesn't actually have a teleport scroll again. He's sitting on a sentry ward. Ninja Boogie is just not coming to the fights with his team. The tower's going to drop mid. The tornado is going to be thrown out, but the tower was glyphed, so I think they can get the defense here. There's the net. Lei is taking a lot of damage. He will actually infest dodge. There's the disruption. Enigma.
Sleep. He has sleep.
Yeah, he does have sleep, and Rage is going to allow him to chase, but can he finish him in time? He gets a little bit juked. Just missed one auto attack that may cost him a life. Storm Spirit is here. There's the blast. So there's going to be enough. Naga's dropping. Now they're chasing on the stand-in. Invoker gets Black Hole by 2. Oa in trouble. Oa will fall as well. That's 3 heroes dead. PL's pushing top. And they
could go for Roshan now.
That actually looked like a very late engagement by Neolution, but Mineski overstayed their welcome a bit there.
They're going for Roshan now.
They're kind
this is going to be a big victory for them.
Enigma's really slowing himself down with the idle onslaught, but they will get into the pit. And I assume you give it to the Storm Spirit here, but no, Ninja Boogie's on top.
Why is Ninja Boogie not there?
He's really... Storm is such a good carrier for the Aegis. Or for the Aegis.
Yeah, because you come back with full mana and you can roll everywhere again once you're back up.
While this was happening, PL was free farming, and he's getting close to that Diffusal Blade. And once this Phantom Lancer gets big enough, Storm Spirit is mincemeat for him. You know, he can run away perhaps if he's quick about it, but he's not going to be able to fight the PL after a certain point this game.
Yeah, and I have to mention that his Feast doesn't give bonus damage when you're hitting illusions. So he can't really be the one to deal with the illusions. There's like only Shadow Poison and the Remnant, Static Remnant, and the Storm is not maxing his Static Remnant now.
It's very, honestly, not maxing Static Remnant is very strange. If you're going split push, Remnant is a great split, it's your best ability to push. So
not to mention, it helps you farm the neutrals a lot faster.
Yeah, the farming build is normally to max Remnant. Certainly second, if not first. And he's gone for the farming items, but not the farming skill build. Now he's got a gem, though. They want to start hunting this PL, and here comes the Infest Bomb. Ninja Boogie, he wants to start hunting.
The ALT is coming. This is going to be a very nice combination. Okay.
Here come all the TPs to the tier 2. It's going to hit on 3 heroes. There's the step and the explosion. Here comes the ghoul, but he doesn't rage in the nick of time. Now he'll rage. I think it's too late, though. He gets netted up. That was a very poor execution. Will it cost them? Lei's forced to run. Boogie giving chase. He's got the gem. He wants the PL. Can he bring him down in time? PL's still alive. Naga's running away. Naga trying to escape. Oh, the Aegis already used up. The PL's still alive. He could diffuse this dust off him, but he doesn't actually have Doppelwalk, so he's not going to bother yet. He could diffuse it, and then Doppelwalk, he's not going to try. He will die in the end. They did use the Aegis. They got the PL, and they defend the tier 1. So
I think it wasn't worth it too much because they only got 1 PL, and they lost technically they lost 2 heroes to Shadow Demon and the Aegis.
And you gotta figure that the Aegis should really be on the Storm Spirit, not the Lifestealer anyway.
I actually think if the Aegis was on the Storm just now, he would have just dived in and gotten the kill, even 1 more kill on the Naga Siren. Because he was afraid there. He didn't have the Aegis and he was just playing a bit cautiously.
Also, here's the problem with the giving the Aegis to the Lifestealer is he comes out, if he gets netted, he's just useless in the fights. And Mineski can also surge heroes away from him. And there's not too many reliable stuns, so...
I like how Mineski picked the last few pickups because those heroes really counter Lifestealer a lot. Like you mentioned, the Surge and the Ensnare. And they pick it up right after Neolution picked their Lifestealer really early on. That was really, really smart by Woods. And you know, LD, they can't really kill the Storm Spirit if you think about it. There's nothing to stun him.
All they can do is just hope that he runs out of mana. Just really mana burn him down really quickly.
Public is his greatest enemy now. But Keeper of the Light doesn't even have 1 point in it.
Yeah, they do have a lot of mana burn actually. And also it looks like Naga's going for a Diffuse the Blade of her own. She's picked up a Blade of Alacrity. Normally
does she have it?
I mean, it could be a Sanji Yasha, but that's not really what you want to see on your support Naga. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there's no gem here. There's a Sentry Ward.
Gem is far, far away on the top side of the map.
Oh, Bimbo! Bimbo! He's gonna Doppelwalk. They do have the 1 Sentry Ward. He's got to get out of range of it. The ult's gonna hit, and he gets held in place. Oh, he's so freaking dead. But the counter gank is here. Support has arrived. Will it be enough to do it? There's the EMP. Not really sufficient to get any other kills. Just the apparition. There's the sleep. He was force-staffed in for this. This might be the difference maker. But where's the big damage? Storm has arrived. Storm's going to catch out the Keeper of the Light. Keeper of the Light's trying to run away. There's another zip-in. Keeper of the Light's going to bite the dust. Ninja Boogie's not done. You can't Ghost Walk from him because he's got the gem. He's out of mana, though. They need a follow-up. There's the Enigma. He's going to Black Hole. He wants to, but the Deafening Blast blocks him from doing it. He's still fishing for the Black Hole. He could go for it. He's still not going to. On the backside to play, Naga's trying to run away. Enigma's in trouble. Enigma is actually trapped. Naga's just going to leave him be, and he's not going to die yet. No, maybe he will. Boy,
He poked the bot out. He poked the bot out.
Owa really wanted that kill.
That really went so wrong for Mineski there. The first thing you mentioned, the Phantom Lancer getting caught out there, farming a bit, way too dangerously when they didn't have any vision on the river. And talk about vision, Mineski doesn't have any vision on the map right now.
Double damage.
Yeah, they have literally nothing, and they even have the sentry wards down here. So they know there's no lane wards. They know there's no wards in the jungle, and they have their own observers. And they've been walking through the jungle with a gem, so they know that it's entirely clear, which means Neolution can continue to be aggressive. I'd like to see more Lifestealer bombs, and they keep the aggression up. But Lei's gonna go back and farm. Looks like he's going for a Desolator.
I want to see the combination, you know, LD. The better combination of the Ice Blast and the Lifestealer Bomb. Combined with the Black Hole.
Combined with the combined with the Black Hole. That's the key thing.
That would have been the most devastating, and I think if all the heroes get caught, maybe even 3, they will just die instantly to it.
Look how annoying the Diffusal Blade is. Lei's forced to rage just to kill off Illusion. Oh, he's actually gone for an item that's pretty good for dealing with illusions. He's gone for the Maelstrom. And it gives him some much needed attack speed. Here's the smoke from Mineski. They don't have the Naga sleep. This is dangerous to go on the offensive without it.
Have vision. No, they don't have vision as well.
Yeah, in my experience, Smokey with no vision is a good way to lose the game, or at least a big fight. Lifestealer is going to infest to remove the net, and then come back out. But meanwhile, Storm is right, picks off the Keeper of the Light to start the fight, and now the fight breaks out. Really breaks out. Ninja Boogie running a bit low on mana, but still. Oh, there's the Diffusal Blade. Now the Cold Snap on Lei, who does not have mana for Rage, gets disrupted. Still alive. Boogie zips in. Boogie. Black Hole catches everybody out. This is not good for Mineski, and they still don't have that Naga sleep. It's still on cooldown. Now they try to run away, but everybody's getting picked off and overwhelmed. They're forcing the fights without their big team fight ult, but can they win anyway? Boogie's gonna drop. Gem on the floor. He picks it up, but he'll probably die even in spite of picking it up. There will be a disruption in just 1 second. No, the Deafening Blast. Keep him alive. Then he drops anyway. Oh, did he actually kill the gem? I think he did. And they're gonna catch the Invoker with that last zip. This Storm Spirit is really punishing the mistakes and the over-aggressions of Mineski. We question his skill build a little bit, but we can't question the effectiveness of this hero right now.
But in most of the situations there, I felt that having the Orchid would greatly help his team. If you are able to silence, look at the heroes. Naga Siren or Invoker, these 2 heroes. If you get your silence off, even on them, no Tornado, no sleep on the fight.
And Mineski, or even the Darkseer, they really, we haven't seen Mineski get off a good team fight.
He's going Orchid now. Look at his items, he got 2 Robe of Magi's.
Yeah, normally you don't go back for Orchid. It's something you either get early or you don't bother with at all.
Yeah, Orchid is an item where if you must get it early to make it pay for its price.
Here comes the TP top.
Illuminate coming in. Whoa! Oh, it missed.
Over here.
Ninja if he had an Orchid, he probably could just be solo killing that Keeper of the Light or the Darkseer.
Because I actually for me.
Oh, Phantom Lancer, he needs to purge off this dust, but he actually. Oh, he is gonna.
Yeah, he did.
He'll be okay.
Yeah, I was talking about the Storm thing. I actually had this thinking before last time when I was using the Storm Spirit. I always had the thing in mind where I wanted to get the Bloodstone first because I was thinking Bloodstone is an item, if you get it early, you accumulate the charges up, it would be devastating late game. But my teammate, Y-Boss, he changed my thinking forever for Storm Spirit. He told me, yeah, you get your Bloodstone early, but what is the use of the charges when you can't solo kill people if compared to when you have an early Orchid? And you could always transition to the late game Bloodstone if you want to. Then on, I never ever built Bloodstone as the first item on my Storm Spirit.
I still think it can be a great choice in some situations, especially if your team has a lot of other setup stuns and you don't need to be the primary source of lockdown, but they're a bit lacking on real stuns. So then you really want to have something like an Orchid.
The Orchid helps really a lot, like you mentioned. The Darkseer, the Naga Siren, the Invoker. These three heroes, even the Keep, I would also say all the 5 heroes are so weak against the Orchid. Maybe only the Phantom Lancer has a defense against it with the Diffuser. But bottom lane we'll see a Smoke Gang.
But even then it can be helpful, because maybe he blows it and he can't diffuse off the dust
Black
that
Hole
comes
in
after.
Yeah, Black Hole in 15 seconds.
And they're gonna bait this out. They have the Ancient Apparition ult. He's a little bit close to the tower to hit a good ult, though. Oh, they want him to be the bait, but now Lysa comes in. It's pretty obvious they have 5 here. Mineski's gonna back
But
off.
they think top lane for the Phantom Lancer.
We also have not seen them really split pushing, I think, as much as we'd like. It's largely because
it's
Bimbo's getting
dangerous.
picked off.
Yeah, it's dangerous as well because Neolution have a great hero to catch out split pushers. Actually, 2 great heroes, Ice Blast and the Storm Spirit. And technically, you could also always bring the Lifestealer with you. So you will be always worried to split push because when you see the Storm Spirit zipping over, he could be bringing
he's
that.
zipping in right now. He's zipping him in. The AO's gonna fly it. It misses though. Should be okay here without the additional damage from that. He will be meching up.
But why is he meching up when he has the AA back on him?
I guess you got the plus armor anyway, right? But yeah, it's still not ideal.
Yeah,
By
but
any means.
I think he just thought the AA blast missed him.
Yeah, if it flies over you, you do get the debuff. You just don't take the damage.
Yeah, the debuff is actually very strong. It's one of the small things of the ultimate where even though you don't hit directly the damage on the heroes, but the debuff is still very powerful.
And especially against heroes that are reliant on lifesteal or heal to survive.
Yeah,
You know, it's why we used to see
definitely-
Ancient Apparition picked as a counter to lineups that had like heroes like Chen and Shadow Priest.
Chen, Shadow Priest, and Necrolite. These 3 heroes are so going to be so annoyed by that. What do you call it? The debuff.
The frostbitten, yeah. That's right.
And Roshan is almost up. They're already gathering somewhere near the Roshan pit. Oh, top lane.
Yasha's up on this PL. He's gonna have his Manta pretty soon, and you gotta figure Winter, as well as Neolution's doing at finding kills, once he gets the Manta and one more item, then they're really gonna struggle to deal with him.
But they just checked out the Roche pit with the Sunstrike, so they're also worried about Mineski is also worried about Neolution going in because they can always do a Ninja Rush with the Storm Spirit again, carrying the ghoul with him and just zipping in and doing it Ninja Rush style.
And this next rush is really important because Mineski, they still have most of their outer towers out. Neolution is going to need this Aegis on the Storm to break the base. If they don't break it in the next 10 minutes, it should most likely be Mineski's game. I feel the clock is really ticking.
By the time when it reaches 40 minutes, you're going to have a Diffuser Naga Siren. Diffuser Phantom Lancer maybe with a Manta and a Heart. You're not going to like that as a Storm. Storm Spirit is a single target hero. He can't deal with illusion-based targets really effectively.
Yeah, the only way you can kill the PL is if you get the jump on him, but if he's too fat to kill instantly, then he can still create his illusions anyway.
And he's going for Manta. If he's going for Manta Style now, Manta Style is the perfect item to create confusion for heroes like Storm Spirit to engage on him. When you see him zipping over, you just use your Manta and don't use your Doppelwalk. The Storm will have a hard time figuring out which one is you. Oh, he's gonna kill the tank.
Owa thought his team was gonna be here much sooner. He clearly expected backup. He stuck around far too long otherwise. He doesn't get it, but Invoker should be able to deny the tower.
But I think the Invoker could have saved him. The moment he tornadoed the Storm Spirit, he could have forced Darkseer away from getting hit by that Remnant. He got hit by the last Remnant and he died there.
I think he could have thrown the tornado sooner. He was definitely not at max range when he shot it.
Yeah, and it's just, I think Owa was just anticipating his teammate to save him there.
Yeah, miscommunication. It is the Darkseer dying, but he's got the mech up. They really would like to get a pipe though, especially against Ancient Apparition and Storm. These 2 heroes primarily do magic damage.
But I think the pipe that won't really help too much because it's just the Ice Blast. It helps a lot with, and Storm Spirit still deals a lot of physical damage to you.
Well, once the Orchid comes out especially, he will.
I don't really think they will go for a pipe.
They're giving up the Roche, but they're not really split pushing either.
And I really don't like Mr. Shush going Eels after 4 stars. They really need that side of Vice to catch out that Storm. They have nothing to kill the Storm unless the Storm just runs out of mana from the mana leak.
And he's going Orchid, he's not going BKB, so it's even... You could just ruin him. He could have a billion items and you could still kill him if he's hexed. But they're not going to have that hex.
Yeah, it's really important to build that hex on the Invoker in this situation because of the Storm. And even there's still a lifestealer you can hex before he rages and you can just kill him with all your illusions. Heal Scepter doesn't really help the team right now, apart from the fact that it helps you debuff the
Radiant's
Orchid
middle
effect
tower
on yourself
is
if
under
the Storm decides
Look
to
at
go
this
on
jump bottom by Ninja Boogie
Jump.
from long range, from downtown.
The
He
Ice
wants
Blast.
Oa, he wants Oa. Can he get him? The
you.
Ice
The
Blast
Ice Blast
completely
so
whips.
far.
And Oa might actually... No, he's not going to live. Wow, Ninja Boogie. He jammed it in from a very long range Winter.
Yeah, I could tell. He has 1,800 mana and he used every bit of it to kill the Darkseid.
And he's up to 11 Bloodstone charges. He's getting a lot of regen
that's gonna be devastating later on. He's gonna just fly everywhere he wants to and get the mana back
But
so
they
fast.
did not give him the Aegis. Again, it goes to the Lifestealer, who rages in on the middle lane. Storm isn't here. They're diving without the Storm, and they just get on the Keep of the Light anyway. Storm has now arrived. Enigma's got the Blink Black Hole. There's the Zip to start.
Storm zips in!
They want to set up the Black Hole. Where is it coming from? Where's that Black Hole? He hasn't actually found the opening yet. Naka's gonna sleep.
sleep.
Tower is under attack.
They're gonna be able to get away. She's not. She doesn't want to just walk back, but the Storm's actually out of mana, so he can't really come in on her. Still, they use the sleep, and it's not a level 16 Naga. Black Hole is still up. Do
He
you go
actually
for...
went for offering LD. He didn't complete his diffuser.
Well, I don't think Diffusal would have done much, because the support Naga, the illusions are going to be too squishy to actually do many auto attacks before they die.
Yeah, he really needs a lot more farm like
Tower is
this.
under attack.
But it's time, since the Invoker didn't go for Side of Vice, I think he'll be farming a lot as well because of this. It's gonna be difficult for them right now. They can only... Mineski's options right now are very limited. They can only just turtle and hope for the best that the Phantom Lancer will carry them. And for Neolution, they have completely map control over Mineski and they can just farm everywhere, get the Roche, get the last two remaining outer tower, tier 2 towers on the Mineski base, and proceed from then on to decide whether... I don't think they'll be too much of afraid to go to even another 10 or 15 minutes. Oh, here comes Ninja Boogie again, all illusions. Because of the fact that Lifestealer and Storm, because they are very rich, and the Phantom Lancer is not too farmed. They could still deal with him in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, once he gets that item after the Manta style, they may get more difficult, but at the same time, they're probably going to have a Hex on the Storm at that point, and I assume it'll be an Abyssal Blade. No, it looks like Assault Cuirass to help break the base, which I think is actually a good choice, because it is still very difficult to deal with Mineski's counter push.
But actually, when you look at the last hits counter, Phantom Lancer, he has the highest last hits, but those deaths, he has 3 deaths. That death really set him back a lot. He doesn't look like a Phantom Lancer that has 200 last hits when you look at his items.
The supports have roamed down toward... They're going to smoke very close, and meanwhile the TP out from Darkseer, who goes back to the fountain. PL still pushing.
Oh, here comes Ninja Boogie with the Lifestealer.
Oh, the Lifestealer bomb got Woots. Nowhere is safe right now, and they just have they really need a gem on Mineski just to try and get some control back over the jungle.
And not to mention that Storm is also going to get more disable. I think he's
It's
gonna
going
go
for a Hex.
Hex. It could be still a Lincoln Sphere, but there's nothing much that can kill him. Whoa, he lost all his mana to the illusion.
A little
That was what I was
overconfident.
talking. Yeah, that was what we were talking about before, where they didn't really have something to deal with those
Stealer
illusions.
comes in, but there's the Surge. Oh, not going to be enough. The Malefic stun ensures the kill.
Gandalf falls to Golem.
I gotta point out, it just goes back to the lack of vision.
Oh, what is the Shadow Demon doing down there? What is the Shadow Demon doing down there?
Fox just struts in for a quick feed. No business being there. I mean, that's something the Lifestealer can do. That's not something the Shadow Demon can get away with. Oh, they're gonna run right into Bimbo. Bimbo, what you thinking? And all of a sudden, Mineski, just all sorts of questionable decisions. Bimbo, we're just seeing him playing with a little bit more confidence than he can right now. And he's paying for it.
He's a very confident player, and sometimes he just overdoes it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And meanwhile, Lifesteal's getting close to the Assault Cuirass. The Sight Device is coming soon. The Deafening Blast is here to delay the push, but it did not actually hit the Storm Spirit. And Lifesteal is going to pop the Aegis, but they're going to get Woots. Almost certainly. He's pulled back in. The Black Hole, there's no mana for the Black Hole. Oh boy. No, the Song of the Siren.
Oh, he
canceled it immediately. What is going on in this game? Mineski just crumbling in game number 1. All sorts of mistakes in these fights, and it looks like Neolution just have a little bit too much control. 3 heroes dead, no buyback on the PL, no buyback on the Darkseer, no buyback on anyone. But they still have Keepers, so maybe they can still defend. There's another zip, maybe not. Invoker leaves the base again. Oh, he's gonna defuse. He's Ghost Walk. Nope, not able. Oh, there's a gem on the Storm still. Yeah, no way out. I think even if he forced tests there, Storm's still plenty of mana to chase him down.
You can never escape the Storm Spirit with 16 Bloodstone charges. Oh my god.
This is looking like that God Kill Them All Storm Spirit in terms of the amount of Bloodstone charges. He may have more by the time this game is done.
Okay, you can do the math. How many Bloodstone charges he's gonna have at the end of the game?
That's not math, that's just guessing. Well, this is Pinoy Dota. There's at least Ninja Boogie's a Pinoy, so we're gonna see a lot of fountain camping if they win this game. And if they lose this game, then we'll still see a lot of fountain camping. They're just going the other way. I'm gonna say 20. 25.
I think he's going for Lincoln Sphere.
Oh, well, yeah, normally you get the Mystic Staff. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's still a 50-50 thing, but Pinoys do love their Lincoln Sphere, and you mentioned Ninja Boogie is a Pinoy. Lincoln Sphere, #1 must-get item.
44 mana regen per second. Phantom Lance are going for a kill, but can you explain to me why Phantom Lance follows heroes after they blink?
What? I missed you. Could you repeat
Why
it?
does Phantom Lance follow heroes after they blink? I don't really understand that.
Oh, the Phantom. Oh, yeah.
I think it's kind of silly.
I don't. Well, it's actually the same with Sven's Stormhammer.
Yeah, but Sven's Stormhammer is a 15-second cooldown, and it's his only real active ability. I don't know. I feel it's a little bit different. Because otherwise it would be a crappy
Yeah, I
spell.
actually think it's also one of the good ways.
Oh!
Look at Ninja Boogie! Look at Ninja Boogie! And I was looking at the map, I was like, I was seeing a pink dot flying from
I think I tried to keep the camera on, and I think I caught it. They're gonna catch out Bimbo again, but can they actually bring him down? I don't know if they can. Lifesteal still's not raged. He's trapped. He's surrounded. He's brought down, and the Invoker for the Lifestealer. A good trade for Mineski.
We outnumber them all.
They could have just gotten the kill and get out. Why did they steal?
They tried to go high ground with 2 heroes and 4 alive. Talk about cojones. That's
They have too much guts there.
2 big cojones, I gotta say. Wow. Well, we do see the Lifestealer bomb. All they had to do is just do that 1 or 2 more times, and then you should be able to go.
Hey,
Oh, this Edge Apparition tries to TP out. Can he get away in time? He cannot. And now Ninja Boogie forced to run away. The Ancient Apparition and the Lifestealer are both dead, and the Ancient Apparition is a very important hero for stopping pushes for this lineup.
He put a set of Vice, LD. I was wrong. No Lincolns.
Well, I think they really need one this game.
Yeah, for the Phantom Lancer. Oh, why did he disrupt himself? I think it was a
Oh, he
mistake.
should have disrupted the Phantom Lancer. He could have his. Uh-oh. Phantom Lancer's overextended again.
Oh, that's lit. That's lit.
Oh,
Charge.
no. Bimbo, run! No, he wants to fight.
Stop.
They want to set up the huge combo. It's not really timed properly, though.
Nothing hit. Nothing hit.
Oh, mistimed. That's unfortunate. Storm's still zipping away. And the tower taking some chip damage. He's up to 3,700 gold. All of a sudden, Bimbo and the Lifestealer is going to respawn right now. They got to get out after this tower, and they're already running. Storm's coming. Oh, no, sorry. That's Lifestealer.
Storm. No one escapes the storm. Where's he going to zip from?
He's at Fountain. He's at Fountain. Nobody escapes the storm.
The AA blast just went out.
Yeah, it's not going to matter.
No, they could have killed 2 heroes there if they got the timing right. When the EMP went up, he should have wake them up, and followed up by the Deafening Blast. They could have definitely killed the enemy right there.
Deafening Blast, Meteor, and then of course you had the Illuminate, but he went for the Tornado, which
could be a level 1 exhaust, so it doesn't really deal damage.
That's true.
The Roshan is up soon, and they got the timings for it already. They're there. It's gonna be the 3rd Roshan cheese available now.
Phantom Lancer's up to 4,400 gold.
You want them to give it to the Storm. Come on.
This time you gotta figure he's also got the gem. It's just another reason to give it to him.
Twice? Oh yeah, he threw his TP down. It's time for the Storm Spirit to be double.
Ninja
Double
Boogie
Storm.
is done messing around.
Roshan has fallen to the death.
Here I am.
Dire's top tower is under
He's gonna
attack.
show them the power. Whoa. He's flying everywhere. His mana regen is ridiculous now.
55.
It's gonna be even more if he goes for more regen later on. Maybe a
Dire's
Shiva or a
top
Lincoln
tower
Sphere.
is under attack.
More AoE damage to deal with the illusions. I think Shiva will be a good pickup for him.
This is going to be the fight that defines this game, Winter, after everything that's happened. PL has buyback. And if they fail on this push with Aegis and Cheese, I think the game's suddenly going to be Mineski's game to lose, because they have to have confidence and momentum after that. But we'll see what
And not
happens.
Storm would almost respawn instantly with that much of Bloodstone charge. You respawn instantly when you have 25, if I'm not mistaken. But when you have 70, it's almost like just a 10 or 20 seconds respawn time.
Well, 10 or 20 seconds is a long time, though, especially because they don't have even a tier 2 up mid. It's going to take them quite a while to get to the fight.
Right, mid lane, Shadow Demon went in. Did he disrupt the illusion?
Oh, he wants his own PL army, and Phantom Lancer Illusion's trying to run from Shadow Demon Illusions. Now they're going to fight. Who's going to multiply first? Oh, here comes the Zip. The Lifestealer Bomb is going to catch out Owa. Owa's in trouble. Owa will drop to start the fight. Now the Lifestealer running away. While the Storm goes in, he's going to blow the Aegis for nothing, basically. Did not accomplish anything with that Aegis, but they did find the one kill. Darkseer, the crucial team fight here, does not have buyback, but the Naga Sleep allows them to disengage for the moment. Can they kill off the Lifestealer? He doesn't have. He can use Cheese, though. He's got Cheese. Surprised he's not using it. Now the Storm is actually Mono League. Flaken. Black Hole. Cancelled by the Deafening Blast. Now the net as well. Oh, the Yule Scepter throwing the Storm up in the air. The Darkseer is still dead. They're diving them to the fountain. This could be an overextension. Maybe not. 3 heroes dead. Even though the Black Hole is blown, Winter, I think they have broken the base, but they've got to make sure that they're not dealing with too many PL illusions. Well, looks like they're going to be able to get
Radiant
Rex.
structures are fortified.
One-man
Finally.
army. One-man army. PL can't really deal with that now.
Oh, especially
Ninja-
not now. He gets hexed. Now they can pull him in. The H Apparition Bolt is going to hit him as well. Oh, no, sorry. The pull is on cooldown, I think, and then they just pull him in. Then he explodes.
Attack.
Oh, boy. And that, my friends,
Radiant's bottom tower
is how to
I
break
think
the
they're
base.
yeah, I think they're gonna lose 4 racks. Oh no, Darkseer is out. I don't think they can get the second set of racks. Maybe this set. Darkseer is out.
They need to
can
s-
definitely challenge this.
They need to spread. They're going to get only 2 heroes caught.
Oh, what did he disrupt?
There was-
Phantom Lancer? Oh dear.
There's the zip in. They want this Invoker. Stand-in's gonna fall. Mr. Swish down. Now the Ancient Apparition. The army of Pale Illusions is getting really big. He should be focused. And Ninja Boogie's out of mana. Ninja Boogie is out of mana. Does not. Oh, there's a Lance as well.
The Phantom Lancer is in trouble. The Phantom Lancer is in trouble.
Yeah, he's dead. He does get the Shadow Demon. Not a good trade. And now they're running. The PL
Illusions everywhere.
already
Have to
used his
say.
buyback. He's got nothing left in the tank. He's dead for 80 seconds. This Mono League, look at the turtle power of this team. Oh, there's the Lifestealer Bomb. Even though he saw it coming, it's still going to work pretty well. Zipping in. The surge away from Naga. Ninja Boogie with his last dying auto attack and the Soul Burn gets the kill.
I think this is going to be another set of
has
racks.
fallen.
Wow, is this really only game 1?
Middle barracks are under
Guys,
attack.
this is a best out of 3, by the way. So we're coming back with more ridiculousness after this.
Look at the Lifestealer manning up against the Darkseer.
He was taking more damage than I thought he would, but he does find the kill. And finally, Mineski, nothing left in the tank for them, Winter. 2 lanes of Rex down, up against a really good global counter-split pushing lineup. Neolution should have this one in the bag.
Yeah, they have the better strategy over how to, and even in the drafting phase, you could tell they were banning a lot of crucial heroes that Mineski always used.
Yeah, the Queen of Pain ban I felt was very important. Because you could see that Mineski had their eyes on it.
And the Earthshaker as well. It basically like forced them to use something else as the tri-lane support.
And here come a couple more kills before it's all said and done. Keeper of the Light is going to be... Well, he's alive for the moment. Not anymore, sir. More zipping from Bogey, who just does not care about getting netted. You can stretch the courts of it.
28 Bloodstone charges.
Well,
my
he's
friend.
already surpassed what I said.
Dire now have
My math is no good here. And
Shiva.
there's a
Shiva.
Shiva's up as well. Oh, the humanity.
Who? Okay, that is not Phantom
I
Lancer.
also want to mention there was an MVP poll for the group stages, and Ninja Boogie is leading that poll currently. It was on Facebook, I believe, done by the SEA League. Ninja Boogie had like 4 times the votes of even Mushi. People are very impressed by his play. The Pinoys are out in force on Facebook, and Ninja Boogie is out in force here today against Mineski. It's only game 1 though, Winter, as they found...
That's some hate for the captain.
And the traditional trash talk, all chat as the game ends. Shoutouts. No idea what they're saying, but I'm sure it's a combination of all 3.
LD, what will you be looking forward the next game?
I don't really want to see Bimbo playing a Phantom Lancer. I'm not a big fan. I'm not convinced. I gotta say.
Fanboy! LD's a Bimbo fanboy! You heard it from me.
Well, just the way that Mineski plays is normally it's their 2 solos who are the carries, and I felt they relied too much on the tri-lane. I just don't think this style suits them. When they were winning games in the group stage, it was more traditional play for Mineski, what they're comfortable with. They kind of did something different, but it did not work for them this game.
Yeah, LD, I have to agree to the point where you just mentioned being comfortable with the playstyle and drop is very crucial for teams. If you just like want to be overly greedy to do something like an aggressive tri-lane, and your team just gets out of their comfort zone like this game, and you could tell from the gameplay everything wasn't going well throughout the game for them.
Ninja Boogie has finished farming, he's finished killing, he's finished diving the fountain, but he's not done with this series yet. Mineski is down, but they're not out, ladies and gentlemen. This is a best out of 3. I'm LD, he's Winter. We are Beyond the Summit. We are bringing you, of course, the SEA League, made possible by so many sponsors, which you can see on the left and the right here. Zotac, Twitch, eClub Malaysia, XFX, Jill, and many others. Dota Talk, Pacific Esports, ELG as well. So thank you for tuning in, guys, and stay tuned because we have more action coming up in a jiffy.